Okay, all right. So hi everyone. Today we'll be continuing off our Pomodoro mini project from last week. Okay, so for those that are following us today, and maybe for those that are watching the recording, what you guys can do is just go into here. I'll put this in the link. I'll put this in the chat. So just download this, and then yeah, you can get started from there. So just download it and put it into your folder where you're gonna run it. Okay, yeah, so for me, I already made my one. Yeah, so just copy this. Yeah, I'll do it at the same time so that I can roughly know how long it takes. Okay. So extract this. Okay, cool. Um, okay, nice. All right, so we're gonna start from here. And let's just continue on up here. Yeah. Okay, so for more focus. Yeah, so over here you notice that there's a music file as well. So this will be important for us as well later. Okay, so just open this over here. Okay. Right. Okay, so you can launch this and let's see what we get. Okay, nice. All right, so over here, let's continue off from Michelle's hard work from last week. So I think maybe what we can start off with is for us what we can start off with is we try to make this thing the shading at least to be almost the same as our original one. Okay, so what we can do is let's check which part is this. Okay, so this is timer, right? Timer. So come to styles and refine timer right over here. And the background color is secondary color. Yeah. Right. So over here, this is the root. And if let's say we want to change the color, let's say we want to change the transparency, what you can do is actually click on this and tap on it. Okay. So as you click on it, you toggle. And each time you toggle, you will get to different formatting. So this one over here is the RGB setting, and RGB is what we need. Because what you can do here is you can just put comma and put a percentage to put like how transparent do you want it to be. Okay, so let's say you want it to be this much. Okay, nice. So as you can see, now it looks like this. Yeah, I think actually, it's actually pretty good. Yeah, it's about the same. So if let's say we make it 80%, it'll still be pretty bright. So I think 20% is just nice. Yeah, okay, or maybe 25%. Okay, nice. Yeah, 25. Okay, so now let's make a new JavaScript file in order to start interacting with this Pomodoro. Okay, so over here, let's make a new file. We call it sandbox.js, and make sure it's inside here. Okay, and then make sure that our file here is linked together. Script. Okay, script and source equals to it's like here, sandbox.js. Okay. And then since this is we're putting the script on top, right? We need to pair that up with a defer statement. So to make sure that to make sure that the whole thing is executed before firing the DOM content. Okay. So that's about right. Okay, let me just check my other file. Link, script source. Yeah, correct. Okay, I'll make sure they are next to each other. Okay. So now let's go into our sandbox and let's break down our task into what we're supposed to do. Okay, so obviously if we press on this button, start, we want the timer to start running, right? So let's list down the tasks first, just like how Yi Chang did it last time. Okay, so we want to use an interval function, to do the clock countdown. And after that, what happens is the moment you start it running, there will be minutes and there'll be seconds. Okay, so we want to decrease it by 1 second every time. So what we need to do is we will need to store, right? Store the minutes, the values that we get, store minutes and seconds to array. And after that, we want to convert all of them into seconds to seconds and decrement. Okay, so we want to break that down. And after that, we want to make sure once it reaches 0, it will alert the user. So alert the user when reaches 0. And also at the same time, stop the timer as well. Okay, stop the timer. Okay. So let's start with this task first. Okay, so what we can do is, so we want to interact with the start button. So let's make start button. Let's grab the start button ID. So start button is over here. Okay, so this is class. So when you have class, right, your CSS can interact with it. But if you want your JavaScript to interact with it, you need to make an ID for it. So here we call it start button as well, right? Keep the naming consistent. And over here we want to grab that. So R start button equals to document get ID and to grab that. Okay, start button. Okay, okay, I will change the name a little bit. Yeah, button. Okay, so after that, what we can do is, okay, I think this one I'll move it down. That we want to make sure that start button on click goes to we make it in a function. So the moment that we click on it, this will trigger the thing. Okay, so when we stop, then we can show. Let me see this. Okay. So we'll the moment it starts, we'll get an interval function to start running. Okay, and interval function means that for every like 1 second, every 2 seconds that we set, then a function will run in the background. All right. So to do that, what we do is called my interval is equals to set interval. But you notice that this is green. So green means it's a default function, but it's a function already by default. And then my timer 1000. Yeah. So what this means is that every 1 second, because it's 1000 millisecond, you'll run this function called my timer. Okay. So maybe I'll define outside what is this timer supposed to do. So my timer. Maybe for now, let's just let it print something. Let it print something so that we know that our timer is running. Right? And let's see if that works. Spec and console. So we start. Okay, nice. All right. So if you see that here 4, 5, 6, and all that, that means that it's running as we have pressed it. Okay, but notice that we can't really stop it at the moment. Okay, so never mind. Let's just refresh that first. Okay, nice. So we have this function that's running already every 1 second. And what we want to do is to make sure that we can stop it as well. Okay, so to stop it, okay, I think we do the stopping a bit later on first. Okay, so for now, let's just continue on with making sure that we can grab the values here. Okay, so now we want this to decrement every second as well. Okay, so what we need to do is we grab the values. So var current value equals to document. Okay. So let's see what is this. What is this? This is timer function. Okay, this value here. Yeah. So this has a value of 25 minutes. So let's make an ID for this. So let's say this is the time string. So we call this the time string, and over here we get the value from the time string. Nice. Okay. Then what we want to do is the moment we grab the value, we want to split the values up as well. So maybe just var a is a random array, and current value split split right, and let's see what are the values for it. Timer is running. It's not a function. Okay. All right. So something wrong here. Oh, all right, all right. Okay. So the problem is, I think we need to check what's the value here first. So let's see what's the value. What value are we getting actually? Okay. So it's actually getting us this entire thing, right? And we are not interested in the whole thing. We just want the value 25. Okay, so if you want to just get the value 25, what we need to do is we type here inner HTML. Right, so based on that, okay, nice. Yeah, so over here, you can see that what has happened is we grab the minutes and the second, and now we have split them up in an array. So one side is 25, the other side is 0. Okay, nice. Okay, so next, what we want to do is, okay, let me just label this, right, what we have done. So this here is at current. And after that, what we want to do is we convert them into strings, because the moment you split this, this is actually still a string. We want to convert it into a number now. Okay? So convert strings into integers. Okay, so over here, var seconds, we want to convert all of them into seconds. Goes to CR. Var seconds is a, okay, we want to get the first element, and then multiply that by 60 seconds. Then add that with our second element, which is, yep, it should be all of it. And let's see what's the result that we get. This for later on. Okay, then after that, we want to decrement it every second. Bar equals to seconds. Okay, one is seconds, we show what is seconds, and the other one we show what is the e value. Okay, just to make sure. Okay, so let's run this. Wow. Okay, so over here you can see that the current value is 150k. Wow, crazy high. Okay, so the reason why it's happening is because it's a string. So when you add strings and string, we're gonna have this kind of problem. So what we need to do is we actually need to convert it into seconds. Sorry, we need to convert it into integers. Okay, so what we can do is we use this command, parse int. Okay, parse int, and we want to parse our this value over here, and we want to parse this value over here as well. Okay, nice. So this I think should do the trick. Okay, yeah. So it just need to be stored, I think. Yeah. Okay. Right. So what's going on? Oh, I think what's happening is because it's constantly grabbing the new value. So we don't want that. Okay, hold on. Let me see. Okay. Right now, if we continue on first. Okay, so this will decrease it by every 1 second. And after that, we want to convert the results, right? We want to convert the results back to this again to print out. Okay, so what we need to do is var seconds back to minutes seconds. So var m equals to, so this one we need to use a special function. So math floor and divided by 3600 and 60. And after that, we do the same thing for minutes. Okay. And this one we want to get the modulus instead. This is for seconds. So one gets the, I think one is like quotient and the other one is the remainder. Something like that. I forgot how to pronounce it. I mean the terminology for it really. Okay, then that should work. And after that, the updated time should be equals to m the minutes and plus this one and the plus back the seconds. Okay, yep. And we want to make sure that it shows on the on this HTML element by ID. Okay. And one is the time string, and we want to get the inner HTML to convert that into the new value. So that would be the time. Okay, yep. The time. Okay, yep, looks good. And let's see, let's give it a try. Okay, yep, now it's running. Okay, so it will decrement by 1 second and then it will just keep going down and down. Okay, nice. All right, so now let's try to put in the stop function. So at the moment, if let's say I press start, then it will stop the thing. Okay. Oh, I just realized if you press it, or if you keep pressing it, you get faster and faster. Okay, so this is a bug. Or maybe it's actually a feature. Okay, so great. So now we have this thing to get it start running. Now what we want is a toggle function. So let's see. Okay, I kind of like forgot how to toggle already. So script. Okay. All right. So I think we use something from here lah. Okay. Yep. This is nice. Okay. So our toggle function, we want to put it on our on click. Okay. So here, this is our function already. And what we need is actually a flag, right? Because here style.display is none. Okay, so we're gonna start with a flag. So var maybe button status. Yeah, button status is equals to true. Let's set it as true. It's actually true. So if my thing is true, oh, by the way, if you guys see the triple equal sign, it just means that it's very sensitive. Okay, so that means if let's say it's 16, right, and then there is a 16 in terms of integer, all right. So if you use an equal sign, and then you check, oh, this string, right, is actually matches the number that you want, yeah, then this equal sign would work. But if you, let's say you want it to be very specific, like the number type, the variable type needs to be the same as well, then you put equal. Yeah, so equal would be to make sure that even the type itself needs to be the same. It can't just be a string. It needs to be an integer as well. Yeah, but for this case, we are not that. We just want it to be true or false, so we don't really need them. Okay, so if our button status is equal to true, then what happens is we want to run this function. So again, we're going to run this function. And after that, else, all right, else we want it to run a stop function. Okay, so maybe what we can do is my stop function. Okay, all right. So we need to create this function as well. So function my stop function. Okay. All right. So over here, okay. So I need to change the flag accordingly as well, or else it will enter into a very bad loop. So update, button status. Okay. And that equals to false now. And this one. Sure, it become the opposite. Okay, right. So to stop it, what we need to do is we stop the interval function. Okay, so here it's set interval. So to counter that, what we need is to clear interval. Okay, so clear interval, and we want to stop this one. It's called my interval in this case. So clear interval and clear my interval, right? And maybe here we can show something as well so that we know that it's running. That at least we know the code has executed until this point. So maybe say timer pause. All right, so let's give it a whirl. Is it this one? Yeah. Right, so it's going down. Okay, nice, yeah. So here it shows timer pause, and then we press again. Nice. Yeah, so this one is running already. Okay, So what we can do is maybe we can toggle the icon. I mean, we can toggle the value here as well, right? To turn it on and off. And so here it says start, right? Here it says start. And then we want to, if you look at the original, right? The original is when you press start, you turn to stop. You press stop, you turn to start. So let's do that. Yeah. So we want to change this value here. So the moment press here, then we want to grab this value. So what is this again? This is a start button, ID start button. Okay. So start button. But is equals to stop. Is equals to start. Okay, nice. Yeah. So start, stop, start, stop. Awesome. Okay. So now what we want to do is, let's see where we've gotten to. So this one is done already. To do countdown function, store the minutes to array, yeah, decrease. Okay, now what we want to do is alert the user when it reaches 0. So obviously this is, the value is a bit too big to count down. We don't want to wait 25 minutes. So let's make it a bit smaller first. So let's say it is 0 and 10 seconds. Let's say it takes 10 seconds to reach. Okay, now we start. Okay, very interesting. So notice here that it became one decimal. Sorry, one digit. So we don't want that. Actually, we don't want that because this wouldn't be the same anymore. Alamak. Okay. Yeah, it doesn't really show here, but yeah, the idea is it needs to be 2. So to make sure that it's 2, right, now what we need to introduce is padding. Okay, so in order to pad it, let's do it over here. Yeah, let's make sure that we pad it over here. Padding. So the padding one is s is equals to, so we want to pad the seconds. And since this is in a number, right, this is in integer form, we want to convert it back into a string s, and then after that we pad it. So pad start 2, and we want to pad the empty spot with a 0 value. Okay, so let's check that again. Okay, nice. So now it's 07654. Okay, beautiful. Okay, so with that, let's see what happens when we reach 0. Okay, all right. Okay, so over here, as you can see, here has some problems already. So we don't want it to go beyond 0 seconds. So let's put in an if statement to counter that. So if inner HTML, sorry, if updated time, yeah. So if updated time is equals to the value of 0, 0, 0, okay, then we want it to stop the thing, right? We want it to stop already. So we will call out our my stop function, right? And we also want it to have a sound, right? We want to have a sound to come out. So what we need to do is we make a variable for that. So var sound is equals to new audio, and let's put in the yeah, this one. Okay. Audio, and after that sound.play out, and do some commenting, make sure you understand. So when timer hits. Okay. So let's do that. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, nice. Right. So notice that it reaches 0. We want to reset the value back as well. Okay, reset it back to our original value. So what we can do is document get element by ID, and we want to get the time string and the inner HTML, and that is equals to default value. Okay, we can make that actually we can make that maybe yeah, 25 minutes again, because Pomodoro is supposed to be 25 minutes. We want to make it so long lah, since this is for testing purposes. So what I'm going to do is make it a bit more systematic. I'm going to define this as a variable first. So default value equals to this. Yeah. Okay. And oh, by the way, guys, if you have this semicolon, yes, if you don't have it or you have it, right, it doesn't really matter, because yeah, it's just, if you have it, it's good practice. It's just, I think I forgot to put it halfway. Okay, so yeah, my bad on that. But if you can just put it in. Since I didn't put it in on some parts, I think I just stay consistent. Okay, default value. Okay, and yeah, save that. Okay, so instead of 10 seconds, let's make that 5 seconds instead. So 0.05. Try it out. Okay, nice. All right, so we got it working already. Okay, so stop, and yeah, need to start it back. Okay, yeah, so I think there is some big error here. Okay, so this needs to turn back to start again, right? So we need to update that as well. So document.get element by ID, and we want to get what's this one? This is the start button. Yeah. So start. Okay, start button dot inner HTML equals to stop. Start. So reset, right? Basically, we're resetting it. Here, set our values back to default. Interesting. Why this one didn't update? Start button. Oh, all right, all right. Okay. All right. I'm not supposed to get it. I'm supposed to just use it straight away, because we already save it as a variable just now earlier on. So it was labeled as start button, if I'm not mistaken. Okay. So I'm gonna mute this. Okay. Nice. All right, so this works already. So alert the user when it reaches 0 and stop the timer. Nice. All right, so all these functions we have done already. And cool. Okay, so one thing that we can add on from now is notice how when we start the timer, right? Here it will, the title itself will update live on. So 0:48 time to focus, right? Then when you press stop, right, it will pause on the time, and then the icon changes as well. So now it's stuck on the time. Meanwhile, this icon has changed color. So let's do that as well. Okay. So since there are going to be two states, it's going to be toggle on and off. What we want to do is let's add an icon, right? At least add an icon first. So okay, and this is icon. And where's our source? Our source. Okay, so usually when it comes to icons and all that, I love going to Flat Icons because they provide it for free and there's a lot of good stuff there. So let's search Pomodoro. Okay, and yeah, maybe it looks okay. This one looks nice. Something okay. This is cute a bit. Makes it look nice. Okay, and maybe you can mention this type is equals to image PNG. Okay. Okay, so let's see. Does that work? Okay. Yep. Run. Yeah. So over here, our icon has changed, and we want to change the title to where's our title actually? Yeah, our title is 25, right? 2500. We use the default one, and it says time to focus. Okay, yeah, so now it looks almost the same already. So we just changed the icon a little bit. So notice how there are actually two of them, right? There's a gray and there's a black one. So we use let's use the second one. So maybe the empty one here, image address. Okay. So before that, we need to modify this title, right? So if we want to modify this content, we need to make an ID for it as well. So what would we call it? A title icon. Title icon. Okay, let's call that. Okay, and over here, let's make a function to toggle it on and off. So update icon. Let's call this function update icon. And after that, we'll grab the thing. So the icon. Okay, so save that as a variable first. Var title icon is equals document to get element ID by title icon. Yep. And what we want to do is we want to change. We want to have a toggle function actually. So if all right, so if our button status, if our button status is equals to true, right? That means the original one. And then else we do otherwise. Okay. So var, we get this ready, and we want to change the content inside. Wait, I think I title icon. Oh, sorry. All right, sorry guys. I labeled it wrongly. This one we just say title details. We call it title details. Right. What we want to change is actually this icon here. Yeah. So ID is equals to title icon. So we want to change that. Okay. So in order to change this one, right? What we need to do is we grab grab it. We want to use title the icon and then set attribute. Okay. So if you want to modify href stuff, we need to use this. So href and update it with this. Yep. Okay. Or else, if it's false, what we want to do is we want to change it to this one instead. Copy image address. Okay, nice. Okay, and this one, let's save this. Okay. All right. It's not updating. Oh, okay. It's not updating because we didn't call this function at all. So update icon. In fact, let's make it a bit cleaner. Let's make our code a bit cleaner. Let's define this variable way earlier on top. Yeah. Okay. So here, once we update it, first thing we need to do is we update. So update icon, right? Read here as well. Update icon. Let's check that. Nice. All right. So when it's that mode, it will change. Okay. So when it's a stop mode, it will change. When it's start mode, it will change as well. Okay. So now what we need to do is just modify this one a little bit more so that it updates live. Okay. So right. So what we are missing is we need to update the value somewhere here. Okay. So instead of just updating the time, we need to add ID and grab the title, right? The title, which was known as title details, right? HTML goes to, let me check this. Yeah. Okay, it goes to, all right. So this one, right? You guys try to use this symbol. Okay, this symbol isn't your typical quotation mark. This symbol is the symbol that's next to your 1, 2, 3, 4, and all that. Okay, so you press on that, and then we'll say you next thing is a $sign and followed up by these 2 marks. Okay, so this is our updated time, and that would be time to focus. Right. So this. All right, there we go. Okay, so as you can see here, it's updating. Okay, start again. Okay, yep. So now it's working. Okay, nice. All right, so I think with that, we have actually managed to update this thing as well. And I think, yeah, that's actually pretty close to original one already. Okay, yep. So for this one, there's sound here because I actually activated it, but yeah, we can actually get no sound first. 35, 34, 33. Okay, yep. Okay, so I think that is pretty much it. Okay, so I think since we still have a bit of time, maybe what I can do is we try to copy this as well. So short break, long break, there are 2 different tabs for it. 2 more different tabs. Okay, so maybe we try to copy that. Okay, so the copy here would have short break. So would be long break. Short break. What's difference for this would be okay. I'm gonna change this color setting. Okay, maybe we copy this as well. Yeah, okay. Secondary color. Okay, so let's change this color. Oh, okay. Actually, this one doesn't really matter for now. Okay. Okay, maybe around here. Yeah, around here. Okay. Then after that, we can actually copy this and make it a bit lighter. Right. So this in, and this one is short break. So short break, we change it to style one instead. Style one, and anything. So style one ready. And we want to pair them up accordingly. Focus. Okay, remove this target, or else we'll end up on another page. Eh, sorry, wrong side. Supposed to be this one. Yep, this one. Okay, so this one, short break. And this one will bring us to long break. Okay, this one I need to update for each one of them. Okay, here and here. Mm, okay. Interesting. Why the color no change one? Short break. It refers to style one. Style one.css. Oh, I didn't save it. It cannot. Mm, okay, this changes. No problem there. Okay, Pomodoro, short break Pomodoro. Okay. Something's wrong with the linking. Somehow it breaks off once I reach a certain one. Home focus. Okay, there we go. All right. Okay, so this looks great. I think what we need is just to whiten it, to be fair. So style1.css, this one, let's turn it to white. Alamak, sorry. Wrong color. It's darker already. What we need is 255. Sorry, wrong side of the color spectrum. 255, 255. Okay, nice. So maybe bright. Maybe we can make that. Okay, then let's go to long break. So long break basically is the same thing again. At this time, we duplicate this. Style 2. Okay. And this one we change to purple-ish, kind of like blue purplish like that. Around here. Bit on the darker side. Okay, everything around here. Cool. Save that. Yes. Long break needs to change the thinking. It needs to go to style 2 instead. Nice. All right. So there we go. Of course, the default value needs to change. So for short break, that would be 5 minutes. And for long break, that would be 15, right? Yeah, it is 15. Okay, so 15. Here, we need to change it to 15 as well. And short break here, that would be 15 as well. Sorry, that would be 5. Let's take a look. Short break. Long break. Okay. Time for a break. Okay, change your words. Time for a break. Nice. Short break. Long break. Okay, there we go. Okay, so this one also the same. Short break, long break. Okay. All right. So yeah, I think that should be mainly it for today. If there are okay, so for those that have joined us and finishing this, maybe if let's say you want to take it to the next step, right? Let's say you could actually try to implement this one, right? How do you implement this just so that you can adjust the setting over here, you know? And maybe it's not here, but yeah, or you want to copy it directly, also can. One thing you notice that when we swap over, right, it will come up with an alert. Okay, so are you sure you want to switch? Yeah, so it's like okay, yeah, then you can switch. Okay, so these are some add-ons that you can do, but because I believe for our one, if we try it out, so maybe okay. Right, for this one, the default value, let's make it a bit longer, so 10 seconds. And each of these, they will have to refer to, where do I have to refer to the different? Okay, let me think of it. If I change it, now the status has changed. So, okay, right now my first. So let me just change it 10 seconds. Okay, so here more focus needs to become 10 seconds as well. Yeah, see? So it will straight away stop over and then straight away the whole thing gone already. Yeah, okay. So this one I believe we can search it up. Alert check. Uh, alert check. Okay. Confirm button return success. Maybe you can just quickly try it out. Confirmation breaks. So maybe let's just try it out. I haven't done this before, so yeah, also exploring now. Okay, start button, else, right click. Okay, so this we would check if there's if we suddenly there was a change. So if there's a change, it's either if short break or long break was pressed on. So how do we do that? Short break. I need to check if short break was clicked or not. So on click, yeah. So on click. So that means right, this one here, I need to make an ID for it. Switch short. Maybe we call it switch to short. This one ID equals to long. Then here, if the thing is click, so var switch on go to this here switch. Oh, by the way, if you guys want to modify multiple at a time, right, you can just hold on to alternate and then yeah, press on to it while you press the others. Then you can actually like just delete all in one go and then yeah, type it out accordingly. Okay, so confirm button should come out. All right, so that means on click, if I suddenly click out, switch short, and first is it will be launch a function. This one should return a value, right? So confirm. See what is the value. Okay, try it out. Okay, we cannot run. Mm, right. It's oh, is it cannot set on click? Oh, right. Because eh? Hmm. Oh, I think maybe because all right, I think we need to change it actually. We need to change that into a button instead. Yeah. So button, then ID equals to switch short. Okay, let's try it out here instead. Okay, so this will be short break. And this one we remove that switch short. Okay. Oops, my bad. I put it at the wrong side. Okay. This should all be done on this side. Okay. ID equals to switch short. Okay, let's try that again. ID here equals to switch. Okay, yeah, so this one says okay. Yeah. All right. So if it doesn't, then you need to prevent default. Prevent default. Okay, let me test. Does it work here as well? Okay, so function on click. Event list function. So that means I put here events. Okay, and so check if the confirm status is equals to wait, true. Okay, if it's equals to false, let's make it equal to false. Then prevent the default. Okay, so event okay. And this console here. Oh. Okay, and else we just do the else we just prevent we just go on with normal. Okay, else I'm switching. All right, okay, try it out. Okay. Gonna go back Pomodoro, start. Okay, cancel. Okay, so it's stays. Yeah, it actually stays. Yeah, then if I switch again and this time I press OK. All right, then yeah, okay, yeah, I think we got it already. Okay, the only difference is because this will run by default, so that means I need to put it somewhere else instead. This switch on short should only run yeah, this should only run actually if this one is running at the same time. Okay, but anyways, I think that one I'll leave that to you guys to figure out lah. Okay, because I think they are we finished just on time. All right, so that's all for today, guys. Does anyone have any questions? Any parts that you want to check on before we end for today?
Yeah, can you send me your code?
Oh, fast are you? Okay. Yeah. Sure. I'll send it. I'll pass it to you later lah. Nelson, anything on your side?
Good project.
Good project. Fast, right? Fast and efficient.
No, all good. Thank you.
Okay, nice. All right, in that case, let me just stop presenting and end it here. Okay. Right. Thanks, everyone. I'll see you guys next week. Everyone have a great week ahead.
Yeah, thank you.
Okay.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.